let's do a resort tour for a resort I've never stayed at. This is Pop Century. So Classic Hall is our main building area. It is where you come into when you get dropped off in your Uber, your Mears, your bus. You come into the lobby like all other hotels. So there you got a little business center. So far I like the vibes. This is cool. So to the right is check-in. Fun little sitting area. The walls are super cute. Okay, loving it. So brightly colored and fun, which is like what you would expect with Pop Century. My main girl, Daisy Duck. Everything Pop is their store here at Pop Century. Let's go in and check it out. So it's a nice size store. You've got like your kids area over here with all like the toys and everything. Some kids t-shirts, some really cute onesies. Then we have the grown-up section over here. Oh my god, wait, those Pop Century ears are so cute. Oh my god, so cute. I've never stayed here though, so it's false advertising to get Pop Century ears. Okay, I like the towels. Those are cute. You got your traditional wall of t-shirts, wall of hats, some plain ears, some fancy schmancy ears. Oh, those Stitch ones are really cute too. I haven't seen them yet. Those are really cute. So traditional wall ears, sweatshirts, our Spirit jersey and lounge flies, of course. The most dangerous spot in any store for me, the wall of mugs. These mugs, these right here, amazing size. That is the size coffee mug I need in my life. I actually have a Stitch mug already at home though, that is like that big. So we don't need that one, but we just need big mugs in general. I got some more shopping items. It's a nice store. It's a decent size. You got your standard health and wellness stuff that you could always be looking for that you might have forgotten or might need unexpectedly. You got Disney themed snacks, regular themed snacks, and then more substantial foods. Okay, so that is the store. The fun thing about this store is it walks right into the food court. Food court. So it's your pretty standard food court for one of your value resorts. You have your walk-up counters, specialty coffee, we love that. Your drink area over there, which we will be using because we'll refill our cup because we have it with us. And then all your different stations to get food. So let's see what we want to eat. Okay, so it looks like right now in May 2026, the grab and go is blocked off a lot. So the grab and go is not as many options as you're used to having. Not gonna lie, the salads and stuff do not look good either. In the dessert case, pastry case, you're gonna find the same things that we're finding at any other resort. Cookies, cupcakes, brownies. No cupcakes, I don't know why I said cupcakes. Cinnamon rolls, that's what I meant. So same stuff you're gonna find anywhere. Okay, I'm thinking we're gonna have a little fun and we're gonna get the Sesame chicken. All right, food to try here at Pop Century. We are in the food court and we got the Sesame chicken. Looks nice and fresh, big pieces of chicken. We're gonna see how it is. Some fresh veggies, we'll see if they have a crunch. And we got the famous rainbow cheesecake. I'm very excited to try that. So we are gonna start with trying a piece of the Sesame chicken. It looks good, nice big piece of chicken. I did cut it up because it is like a big piece of chicken. So just to make it easier to eat, I cut it up a little bit, but chicken is nice and fresh, light meat. We'll see how it is. Is it the best sesame chicken that I've ever had in my life? No, not even close, but it's really good. Like, it tastes like very standard Chinese takeout. It's flavorful. It's got a gooiness to it, which is nice. The texture is nice. The chicken is very fresh. I like it. Like, it's not something that I wouldn't mind getting again. Let's see how the veggies are. So we got a nice big piece of broccoli. So the broccoli has a little bit of a crunch to it. It's not super crunchy, but there is a crunch to it. You can tell that it is made daily. It is not very flavorful. It's broccoli, and they clearly like don't put any kind of seasoning on it, which is okay. But it's broccoli. Like if you're looking for a veggie, like this is some solid broccoli. So I don't hate on it, but overall, the sesame chicken at Pop Century, pretty good. I forgot to do the rice. It's rice. This one's very bland white rice. There's no seasoning to it at all. There's no flavor. It's white rice. I like when I get Chinese food to put the soy sauce on the rice. I love white rice with soy sauce. It's something that, like in college, when I was a broke college student, I would eat that for meals. I used to actually always eat it on Survivor night. It made me feel like I was part of the show. I didn't look to see if they had soy sauce up there. I would look on my way out to see if there is, to let you know if you were somebody like me who would like a little soy sauce on it. But it's white rice. It's cooked good. Like, it's cooked thoroughly. It's not going to be anything great. It's white rice. But if you get it with the piece of the chicken and you just kind of like smash it onto the chicken, that makes it better. And now to try the thing that everybody talks about when they talk about coming to Pop Century, the tie-dye rainbow cheesecake. I feel like I need to start this segment by telling you cheesecake is one of my favorite desserts. I have a tie for my favorite dessert between cheesecake and tiramisu. If it's on a menu, I will order it. I love both very, very much. I am so excited to try this because you always hear about it, but I've had some really good cheesecake in my life, so let's see. Okay. Got a good chunk. It's got some like red velvet cake on the bottom. Let's see how it is. Okay. So it's a nice, smooth, creamy cheesecake. That's exactly like texturally what you want with a cheesecake. Red velvet cake on the bottom is very nice, very chocolatey. I don't know if it's just me or if it's actually in there, but I'm tasting like a little lemonness to it. Again, I don't know if that's just like me tasting lemon for some reason, or if lemon is actually in there. But there's definitely like a little lemon vibe to it, in my opinion. So, overall, solid cheesecake. Is it the best cheesecake I've ever had? No. But it's a really good cheesecake. So, I'm a fan. I would like to point out, though, the cheesecake stains your lips. Because my lipstick's pink, not blue. But keep that in mind. So, after an assessment of the condiment stand, I do not see soy sauce. That is the information for you. Next up in our tour, we have Fast Forward Arcade. So let's see. Usually these resorts have nice arcades. And this one seems to be just as nice as the other ones. Some legit games. Oh wow, it's much bigger than you think it is. When you walk up to it, it looks like it's going to be really small, but it goes back really far. There's some seats for the people who don't want to play a game. My favorite back there, as we know, skee ball. Yeah, this is a nice arcade too. I always am very impressed with the Disney Resort arcades. Just because you expect them to be small, they're never small. Oh, and here we see our Pop Century activities board, which, as we know, we can find those activity boards at every resort too, for the things that you can do if you don't feel like leaving the resort for a day. Or if you just want to do a little resort hopping. So when you walk out the main building, you have Petals, the pool bar, and you have your big main pool. So it is a very large pool. Very large, very cute. Lots of seating areas. Take a look at the directory. So this is the layout. And we have the different sections. Let's go check them out. Honestly, cutest side of the buildings ever. This place is adorable. This pool is really cute too. So it looks like we are currently in the 60s. Yes, we are in the 60s. I like the vibes over here. I like things that are bright and colorful, so this works for me. We got the really cute big Play-Doh here. But the star of this section really is the giant Baloo and Mowgli. Like, they are so cute. I really do love them. This is such a vibe over here. Such a vibe. It's in the back of 60s across from the big pool. You have the splash pad area. The splash pad does appear to be closed right now, probably getting some work done, but that is there. And it's so cute because it's a flower. The main reason people tend to pick Pop Century or Caribbean Beach or Riviera or Art of Animation is the Skyliner. The Skyliner access does make things easy, but it is also the reason I refuse to stay here. Now, the Skyliner is a really great transportation option, but if you're staying at one of the resorts on the Skyliner line, you don't have bus access to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. I am terrified of the Skyliner. I don't like being trapped in enclosed spaces. I am not necessarily claustrophobic, but something like this where there is no way out and I could potentially be put in it with a bunch of people I don't know is something that is incredibly overwhelming for me. So I've never stayed at Pop. I may never stay at Pop. So you're probably like, how come I feel like I can do a Pop Century tour then for you without seeing the rooms? Well, the rooms are exactly the same as All-Stars, All-Star Music, Sports, and Movies. And I've stayed at Movies. I'm currently staying at Music. I feel like I can show you around the outside of the resort and then show you the footage of the room that I recorded at All-Star Movies. Check out this footage. So I'm not gonna lie, so much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. This room's like pretty spacious, especially when you have the Murphy bed tucked up like that. We'll play with that in a little bit. We'll pull it down just to see what it looks like. But even like in front of the regular bed here, nice space. Love my little artwork up there. We'll do a little test of the bed in a minute. We have our bathroom. Love the big mirror. Decent counter space. Like, we could have more. And this is like a little awkward because it's very tight. You got your little closet. Much smaller closet space than a lot of other resorts. Me again. We got our bathroom, toilet, shower, standard size shower, nice shower head. Another fun thing about staying at Pop Century is you are a bridge walk away to Art of Animation. They're so close to each other and you can go check out a whole nother resort. Resort hopping is another fun way to spend a Disney day where you don't have to go and be overwhelmed in the park. So sometimes it is fun to just walk over to Art of Animation if you're at Pop Century. One thing I'm loving about Pop is all the signs with like the fun facts from different years. along the walking trail. Like, I didn't know either of these. Pong, the first video game, is introduced to the public, and the Miami Dolphins go undefeated and win the Super Bowl. Undefeated? That's pretty cool. Yeah, stuff I did not know. So we are leaving the 60s and heading into the 70s. I love how, like, smooth the transition is. They really do that well. So it's pretty cool to see this on the walking path that in 1976, America celebrates its bicentennial, because we are in 2026, which means this year it is the 250th birthday of America. So it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, this walking path is just really, really nice too. Like, I'm in the back. It's so quiet, so peaceful. There's the water you can look out onto. You see Art of Animation over there. You're just walking through the decades. I actually really like it back here. So the 70s era is very fun, with some mood rings, some disco dancers. Down here we have the giant Mickey phone and the giant foosball that I feel like everyone knows about with this resort. The giant tricycle is awesome too. But the foosball, I feel like this is one of those things that everybody knows is here. Just like this guy. That is so fun to have this giant Mickey phone that I'm sure a lot of people had in the 70s. It's a really great vibe back here. This might be my favorite thing I've ever found at a resort. It's an actual Twister board. Like, you can come out here and play Twister. I do feel like the ground's going to be really, really hot, though, to play on, so proceed with caution. And now we're getting into the best decade, the 80s. And why is it the best decade? Because it is the decade that gives you me. That's the year my sister was born. And this is the year that I was born. I've always joked that I think the reason I love horror as much as I do is because Thriller was the biggest selling album in history the year I was born. I feel like I was destined to just love horror because of that. But now we fully get into the 80s. And yes, as a child, I had Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. They weren't quite this big, but I definitely had both of them. A Rubik's Cube is something that I've never been able to figure out. Never. Alright, so here in the 80s, we have Ode to Breakdancing. I love how each area is dedicated to the music of the time and the dance styles. It's pretty cool. I love this dude getting some representation here because I think Roger Rabbit's a classic, and I feel like not enough people talk about this movie and that he doesn't get enough love in the parks. Give me more Roger Rabbit. But my favorite thing in this section is the bright yellow Walkman. And why is that? Because that's the exact Walkman my sister had. The exact same one. The one I would inevitably steal from her because I'm the younger sibling and that's what I did. I'm sorry, Kristen. Here's your yellow Walkman. You can have it back. Over in the 80s, we have our second smaller pool. It's still a much bigger pool than you see as the secondary pool at like the All-Stars. So it's kind of fun, and it has the computer over there because we're getting into the 90s. It has the floppy disk, which is really cool. Let me know in the comments if you actually know what a floppy disk is. But this is a cool pool, and like I said, very spacious. Not that much shade over here though, so keep that in mind. Pool hours are 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. like most of the pools are. So right next to the 80s, 90s pool, there's a guest laundry area there and some bathrooms for you. And now we're getting over to the era that truly defines me, because while I was born in the 80s, the 90s are my childhood. So this means a lot to me. So either I just can't figure out my way around here, or the 90s doesn't really have a big section, it just has like a building. Let me know in the comments if I missed something. So there you have it. My resort tour of a resort that I've never stayed at. Let me know in the comments if you think I should face my fears of the Skyliner and try staying at Pop Century one day. And go check out my video on All-Star movies. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And I hope you find your magical balance.